there are two arches, which are coming across in Asia, if I may, loosely, Middle East, Asia, sort of thing. This first arch is Israel to India,
Yeah.
and the guys in the middle. And then the second arch is from India to Japan, and the guys in the middle.
Okay.
ठीक है, sir. Now, if you look at it from the USA's perspective, anything between these two arches need to change.
You are the
You are going to be the central
what
this
he
thing.
looks at. No, no. What he is looked at is over these years. Whatever we may say about our democracy, up, down, people use whatever language, stable.
He can't do without
You
you,
have
sir.
been you have been a stable country in this region. Now, whether you look at Myanmar and other areas, Myanmar has always been not very strong. And ASEAN, see, if you don't have a military and you try to be economically strong, then you get caught between the devil and the deep sea when two big, strong powers come on opposite sides. So you have China on one flank and you have the Anglo-Saxon grouping on the other flank.
Other.
Where do you go? And in the Anglo-Saxon grouping also it is mainly USA. So where do you go? So all these countries have always been looking at India to be a balancing power as a hedge all through. Whatever they may say, ki, nahi, you're not economically strong, you're not this, you're not that. They know that these countries cannot ruffle India's feathers. They need, and as you have developed economically further, now they need you more, primarily because of the huge market, and your people are ready to buy things, spend. Like our own budget, our own revenue, when we look at our overall finances, this thing, whatever you earn, export is just about 35 to 40%. Rest is all internal consumption. So look at the size. You are huge, touching 1.5 billion. And if I take 60% of that is 900 million people who are ready to spend. That's the market. You cannot afford to lose this. So today your strength, economic and your military strength is enormous in this area, in this region. It cannot be wished away. Even China cannot wish it away. Because last one of the South China Morning Post I was reading, they're telling that their actual population is only 1.285 billion today.
Sir, interjection, but I calculated 1.23 billion last year in October.
Good.
On a show, I had done a calculation.
Yeah, so
This world.
you're very close. Now, the problem with China is only about 20 to 30% is their internal consumption. So आप चलो मैं कहता हूं 1.4 भी रख लो उसका बिलियन 1.4 ले लो ना 1.4 multiplied by 0.3 420 million compare it to 900 million you have double the market of China here because the people are not spending now. He's giving money now
Handouts there as well.
billion of this thing handouts, but there are economists who are writing in South China Morning Post and other are saying that people are not going to spend because they don't have jobs, so they're going to keep the money with themselves for a rainy day when they will need the money. तो खर्चा नहीं हो रहा ना, तो look at the who has a bigger market. You have double his market. Why do you think everybody is running for you? This is the reason, because you have double the market than him today. Now that you have that, we must use, and you have an economic heft, you have a military heft, you have a diplomatic heft, so you must use it smartly. This is what is smart power, and you
Hard
have to
path,
use it.
soft path, smart path.
Yeah, you have to use your smart power now effectively to make sure that you can orchestrate the regional security based on what you feel will be good for the regional security and for your security. So for that, the NSA, they have in the office of NSCS, they have a net assessment, office of net assessment, they must do this net assessment to quickly and to find out what should be our strategy, how should we go about it, what should we do. ये होगा अगले 5-10 साल के अंदर, ये कुछ ना कुछ निकल के आएगा, टूटेगा पाकिस्तान, आज नहीं टूटेगा, बट द मोमेंट द मनी इज नॉट अवेलेबल विद द आर्मी, हाउ विल द आर्मी फंक्शन यार, किसको क्या करेगा फिर उसके बाद.
Allow me to, structure it for you, sir. You
Yeah, yeah.
mentioned Victoria Nuland was here, Rothschild there, IAEA. Okay, so let's take that. Ajit Doval went to USA. After that, he
After
went to.
Victoria Nuland, just before Rothschild came, along with IAEA, their assistant secretary, I think deputy assistant secretary or assistant secretary of state for for South Asia was there with IAEA.
Okay, so this is okay. Now, there is a wink, wink, nudge, nudge sort of a thing from USA towards Pakistan to you anti-terrorism, no problem. We look the other way. Here are some F-16 spares. Don't worry. We are with you. Any attack, we are with you. We condemn these violence. We would look the other way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I mean, Pakistan knows that's bloody fire. अंदर घुसेगा तो गया. वो तो गया चाइना को लेके डूबेगा वो साथ में. So that is I would say a hypothesis factor number one pinned in the wall. All these visits are happening, sir. Doval Saab goes to US, then he goes to UK, and then straight to Russia. Now a lot of people are saying, भाई, Russia का इसमें क्या गेम है? ये वापस आता है, WNCC meeting is happening, and it seems internal this thing is there. It was a very polite and very receptive meeting. There is also another news that another senior diplomat from the Defense Department of China is going to come in India आ रहा है वो बातें करने के लिए कि चलो अब I don't know what the intention is there. It seems like no matter what it is, there is a full link of communication which has already been created.
All around. बिल्कुल.
चारों तरफ से.
WMCC के लेवल में ये डिस्कस नहीं हुआ.
सर ये ना हुआ हो सर. मान गया.
WMCC is at a joint secretary level.
Correct. सर कवर भी तो होता है ना.
It's a working mechanism.
कवर भी तो होता है ना.
So basically border issue would have been covered. China is feeling the pinch.
ठीक है. Now the border issue will also be Shakscam. Will also be. हाँ.
आएगा.
That is what I'm coming to, sir. Is this
but
now?
अभी डिस्कस नहीं किया. Shakscam is at a later date. That is where I said, no, you got to decide what do you do with Gilgit Baltistan.
Is that discussion happening, sir?
Yeah. Do you take it? वो Chinese के साथ discuss नहीं हो. The moment Gilgit Baltistan comes to you, if you take it, then the Shaksgam thing opens up, because the treaty in 63, they said that the final status will be decided once the issue of JNK is resolved with whoever gets the state of JNK. So the moment GB comes, if you take the GB, if you feel that GB should be with me, you take GB, then automatically the Shaksgam thing comes in and that comes to you. Okay.
I find if that is the case, and I'm sure the Chinese are not stupid, they would have read this stuff. They will.
That's why I said you have to do your net assessment, because all these issues get discussed when you do a net assessment. Complete net assessment has to be done. Environment scan, who will be interested, क्या कर सकता है, क्या नहीं हो सकता है, what could happen, what could not happen. पूरा assessment करने के बाद you have to take a call कि मैंने गिलगिट बाल्टिस्तान के साथ क्या करना. ये करना जरूरी है. इसके बगैर आप क्या स्ट्रैटेजी करोगे? देन यू विल बी कि भाई जो हो रहा है हो जाए, उसके बाद वी विल सी. ऐसे थोड़ी
नहीं
आप
नहीं
कांट बी अ राइजिंग पावर एंड से आई
नहीं
एम
नहीं
द
नहीं
वॉइस ऑफ द ग्लोबल साउथ विदाउट डूइंग ऑल दिस. नो, यू कांट.
और वहां पर अफगानिस्तान को भी आपने सेट करके रखा हुआ है, वैसी बात नहीं है.
यप, बिल्कुल. सो आर यू कंफर्टेबल? बिकॉज मोमेंट यू टेक गिलगिट बाल्टिस्तान, वाखान कॉरिडोर आपके साथ है. Okay, then you will not worry about land link to Central Asia via them. You can go via the Wakhan corridor. Okay, yes, it will take effort. It's not easy. It will take effort. There are passes available there. People have trekked and gone across. पुराने आपके caravans भी जाते थे. It will take effort to make those roads.
हो जाएगा सर.
You make those roads and you will be through. From the moment you get into the Wakhan corridor, there's a beautiful highway that is already made. And moment you get to Kunduz, Mazar-e-Sharif, Kunduz se beautiful highway connecting to Tajikistan. Mazar-e-Sharif se you're into Uzbekistan through the Friendship Bridge. So your connectivity is through. Land connectivity gets through. So that is one advantage you will get. And the Chinese will be most worried because through Wakhan corridor and other areas, you get a land connectivity to all their mines and other things. Copper mines and other mines, Ainak mines and all, you get the access.
We will
So
talk.
these are the economic issues. That's why I said you have to balance your economic issues and other security issues. क्या क्या निकलता है, net assessment करके आपको ये strategize करके play the game and get it. Do what you feel would be best for India. I'm just throwing things that what positives could happen.